Hello, everybody, and welcome to a brand new episode of Beyond the Torch. I am Todd Herzog here with Leslie Neese, and today we have a guest that I am super stoked about. The man, the myth, the legend, the one and only original Survivor villain.
Yes.
Johnny Fairplay. Welcome, Johnny.
Also Survivor
expert.
Self-proclaimed Survivor hashtag, or not hashtag, what is that called? Quotation marks. Yeah.
Yeah. If you've listened to my podcast, Reality After Show, I am apparently an idiot. I know nothing. I use the term expert loosely.
Oh, gotcha. So this is the joke.
Expert.
Yes.
That's
okay.
Well, Johnny, welcome. We're stoked to have you here.
I'm stoked to be here. Like, it was so crazy because peek behind the curtain, behind the scenes, like Leslie's just like, hey, we're thinking about doing this podcast thing. It's just like, can you tell us anything? I'm just like, yes, here's 800 things. And she was like, okay, I am now taking notes.
I love
I couldn't have done it without you, Johnny. I appreciate your I don't know, mentorship as I launched this program. And we've had so much fun. It's been just amazing. And Todd and I are like really stoked about, the future and what's going to be happening with the podcast. So we're excited to have you as a part of it because you are literally requested every day. People are like, okay, here's who we want. And they tell us. And so we try to get in touch with them. And luckily we're friends. So I had your phone number.
Yeah. I have something for you because I knew this was going to be a very special day. Hold on.
Aw, fun.
Just for you guys. I'm a big fan.
Oh yeah.
Oh, here we go. On the one. I'll show you quickly. I have.
I'm a little scared.
You shouldn't.
Did he say you should be?
Yes. Now I'm really scared.
Just for Sister Christian, I brought Night Ranger to the party.
I don't know what Night Ranger is.
They sing Sister Christian, the song.
They sing the song Sister Sister. So yeah, over here you see a small sampling of my vinyl record collection and my there's my Todd's Pop. Whoops. There we go.
Love it.
That is awesome.
That's so fun.
So yeah. So I have a.
Oh, you have my album, Johnny. I feel so honored.
It can be. It's on eBay right now. It can be yours.
Well, it's funny. That was my. Remember when we had, what was it called? MySpace?
Yes.
Okay.
Top 8.
My song when I came back
with
from China was Sister Christian. I mean, I like owned it. I'm like, you know what? You just got to roll with it.
Yes. But and now you've disowned it, but that's a different podcast.
Yeah. Well, I've redefined it. No, I have not disowned it. I have said, if that's where I'm going to be, I need to let you know exactly what this means. So, anywho, well, listen, Johnny, we like to start each show off kind of with a, a spotlight on our amazing Survivor fans that listen to the podcast. And they leave us these 90-second voicemails telling us why they love the show. And today we are going to hear from someone named Jody. Are you guys ready?
Ready. Oh, not Jody.
Jody.
It's Jody, yeah.
Jody. All right, here she goes.
Hey, Todd and Leslie, thank you so much for this amazing show. I love it so much. I wanted to share one of my first Survivor memories. Survivor Australian Outback. I was 7 years old when that was on the air, and I loved watching it with my family every single week. And I just remember being so mad at my parents when they sent us out of the room when Mike killed the pig and there was that parental advisory. And then again, sending us out of the room a few episodes later when he fell in the fire. Just didn't know what happened in this incredible, gripping show. And I was hooked from then on since. I watched every season from 2 until somewhere in the late 30s and came back for Winners of War. So I do love the old school Survivor. And it was especially important for me in the last year. In 2025, I had my second child, and I spent many late nights with him trying to get him to sleep. And I watched old school Survivor, my favorite seasons. China was definitely on that list. I loved Todd, Courtney, and Amanda so much because I was 14 when your season aired, and China has and always will be one of my favorite seasons. Such a dynamic cast, such an amazing setting, and it's just such a joy listening to the two of you talk with all of these largely old school players week after week. So just a big thank you. And I'm happy that I also now have this podcast to join me in my late nights with my son. So this podcast as well as the show has been such a major part of my life. And I love hearing to the two of you talk every single week.
Aw, Jody.
That's awesome, Jordy. I love that.
Can,
And
can
you know
I
what?
can I address that?
Yes,
Please
of
do.
course.
Scoop and falling in the fire. That would be previous karma. So that
Premeditated karma. Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
that all worked out. And if you're having trouble putting your kid to bed, I suggest the new era.
Yeah.
Just the
Johnny.
challenges. Just the
Yes.
challenges. I would say the strat chat, but that they don't include that. So it's
You know
I'm
what's
kidding.
really
I'm kidding. I
interesting?
love the new era. Gabe is one of my favorite people on the planet.
Yeah.
He was good
Yeah.
people. You know what's funny though is about the challenges that you bring that up is somebody reached out ordering a Funko Pop the other day of the Survivor Vanuatu maze. Do you remember this vertical maze that was like a 3-story building that they had to crawl up through?
Yeah. They did something
Cookie-
similar on Fans versus Favorites too.
Yes.
And that was voted, or according to the people that make the challenges, the greatest challenge they ever made. And Matt Bischoff on the Fans Tribe won. He was just like, dude, I literally did nothing on Survivor but win the greatest challenge of all time.
Of all time. It's
That's
looking at those types of challenges compared to the challenges now, it's like, what is happening? It's very
Yeah.
frustrating.
Wait, what's so crazy about that? Because like, if you listen to my podcast, you can literally just put me on repeat because I'm essentially saying something very similar multiple, almost every episode. I do not like, actually, I'll go a step further. I hate over something, under something in a puzzle. I mean, it's just so repetitive. So just
Puzzles, yeah.
like, give me Survivor. And like, and do these grandiose challenges. And the fact that there's someone paid that's very good at his job,
Yes, very good.
that is just recycling this. I'm just like, come on, dude. Like, what are they paying? Like, if that's my job, they're like, Fairplay, what do you got? Oh, we put purple paint on it. It's just like,
Yes.
Same thing.
it's like, all right, we're good. So
With a
yeah, I
different
would
pattern.
love that job. And I'm guessing 50, we're gonna mix it up and
I
moving
think
forward.
so.
I
But
hope so.
I will say this. I watched Beast Games episode 4, and Mr. Beast comes on the boat with the people, and they do the zoom around, the drone goes around, and you see the back of Jeff's hat, and it highlights Survivor. And then they get there to the island, and I had a tear run down my face.
You're lying.
And all the challenge was over something, under something, in a stupid fucking puzzle. Didn't care because I was just like, this is my show, this is my thing, and I fucking love it.
I'm gonna have to
Aw.
go watch that because I only watched the first episode because I knew Sammy was on, but Sue's on the episode you're talking about, right?
She's on the next one too. Holy moly, is that a moment? But yeah, no, I watched my network. We're covering Beast Games, so I was just like, I kind of, to be a professional, I should watch, and just in case I want to jump on with somebody, I will. And we had Jesse on the first episode, but I was in Chicago doing a traders party with Rachel Riley, so I missed that. And then they were like, but we have Sue coming. And I'm just like, all right, I owe it to, my Survivor family. Let's watch. So anyway, so I watched the first 2 episodes. I'm like, this is American Ninja Warrior. I don't like this. This is not the show for me. And at the end of episode 3, maybe, or maybe the end of it, I don't know. They have an FU button. And I'm just like, this is me. I'm all about, like, in the world of reality television, the FU lever or the FU button is a production tool that I worship. I think it is the coolest thing in the world. It's so, if you go back and watch House of Villains season 2, the first challenge they're going through, and it's literally called the FU lever. And New York sees it, and her team is actually winning. There's literally no reason for her to pull it, but the whole reason for the FU lever is to pull the FU lever. So she pulls the FU lever, screws her team. She's like, I'm safe, I don't care. And it's good TV. And and people talk about I talked to Johnny Bananas about this, and like Johnny Bananas at the end of the challenge with him and Sarah, it's just like, hey, you can keep the money for yourself or you can share it. And that's an FU lever. And Johnny Bananas knew right there that FU lever was put in by production to be pulled. Johnny Bananas will tell anyone that'll listen, If he doesn't pull that FU lever, he's not on the challenge 30 more seasons.
It's true though. You're completely right. I mean, and
Yeah.
fans, if people out there watching are talking about it, whether they love it or hate it, then they
Doesn't
did
matter.
their job.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you want the person that pulls that FU lever to get their comeuppance at some point, whether
Yes.
it be the next episode or the next season, what have you. But they
Mhm.
want so like they hate it. They love. They can't stand. Oh my God! How could you press that button? But it incite like the emotional attachment between the viewer and what is being presented to. That's great television.
Yeah.
So as I said, even if you hate it, then you have a reason for like my season of Survivor. I did the Dead Grandma lie, and all of America says I'm never watching Survivor again. F Survivor, F Johnny Fairplay. We're done. Well, the next week, so prior to that, we had been the number one show in the world was CSI. That was number one. We were number two. Survivor had dropped. I think Amazon had dropped to like number 5 or 7 in the ratings, but we were number 2. It was the pirate season, and so we had the synergy of Pirates of the Caribbean and all that. So, but we're number 2 every week. I do the Dead Grandma lie. Everyone's like, we're done. We're never watching again. We're number 1 next week, and we're number 1 every single week afterwards, including the finale. I'm sorry, people like I love Sandra Diaz-Twine. Sandra is the queen. She was not the queen then.
She was.
They were watching. They were watching to see me lose.
They wanted to see your
not to see
demise.
Sandra or Lil win.
I was one of those people watching to see your
Same.
demise.
I
I
get
didn't
it.
like you, but
That's
I love you
fine.
now.
But that was my goal. I went in as the first person ever in the history of reality television going, I want to be the bad guy.
Yes.
Raising my hand.
Wow.
And they're like, what are you doing? I'm just like, I love Ric Flair. I love Roddy Piper. I love Andy Kaufman. You are the butt of my joke.
You know, okay, that's really amazing. So you were found while pumping gas, right?
No.
That's not a true
How did your Survivor story
No,
begin, Johnny?
you're close, but I would never pump gas like so. No, I was sitting poolside. My buddy, so I was living in Hollywood, and my buddy was living in Venice Beach, where I used to live. And he called me up. He's like, "Hey, there's a Von Dutch party in Manhattan Beach. Do you want to go?" And I was like, "Sure." He was like, "Well, drive on down." I'm just like, "Dude," it was like 1 o'clock. I'm like, "I'm 8 Coors Lights in poolside. I can't drive anywhere." And he was like, "Well,
That's
there's this girl."
responsible of you.
Yeah. There's this girl I've been talking to. She lives down the street from you. I'll see if she can pick you up. So she picks me up. We stop in Santa Monica at a gas station. She's pumping gas like a woman should. I'm kidding.
I'm going to pretend I didn't hear that. Go ahead.
I just wanted to give you a call back, Tom. I go to the corner to have a say, it's her car, not mine. And she ain't my girlfriend. She's my buddy's. So I feel it'd be rude of me, presumptuous of me to pump the gas.
True.
So she's pumping gas. I go to the corner to have a smoke because you probably shouldn't smoke a cigarette beside the gas.
You've seen Zoolander, you know.
I do. Well, we were splashing each other with gasoline. It was quite the musical number.
A thing, yeah.
So, but I'm having a smoke, and and I have my big afro, and this white Volvo locks up the brakes and pulls in. It's Lynn Spillman. And she goes, "Hey, do you mind if I ask you a crazy question?" I'm like, "You're hot. Why not?" She goes, "You ever watch Survivor?" I go, "No, they're a bunch of fucking losers." She goes, "I'm the casting director." I go, "That sucks for you." She goes, "I'm offering you a 1 in 16 chance at $1 million. I'm like, "Whatever." She goes, "I think you'd be great." I go, "Tell me something I don't know, honey." She goes, "That's it. You're on."
Wow. Okay,
What?
I've never heard of that before.
Yes. So this was 11 days before the finals, or no, maybe even less. I might have been the next day, she was just like, "Fill out all this, blah, blah, blah." I
You still have to go through the process, but
I didn't even make my audition video until after I was cast.
Wow.
Wow. Well, because, okay, I was speaking with Lynn, and I remember her saying something she had been watching you or observing. So do you know what you were saying while you were on the phone or while you were smoking?
No. She just, so I was on the corner smoking. I was probably on my phone talking to my buddy, and they were looking for a surfer. So she saw the hair.
That makes
But
sense.
I was, I just I'm very animated when I talk and all that.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I was actually talking to my fiance the other day. When I did my first season of Survivor, and like I'd go to like a mall or whatever, like I'd walk through, and little kids would run up and hug me, and I look at their parents, and I'm just like, "Are you the worst parent ever?"
Do you
Like,
know
I'm a
who I
bad
am?
guy. And they're just like, they don't see the bad guy. They're like, you are
Oh.
literally a cartoon character for
Yeah,
them. You are
that makes
so
sense.
animated and over the top and expressive. That's what they see. And they're like, you're Bugs Bunny.
Mm,
I mean, that makes
makes
perfect sense.
so
So-
much sense.
So you hadn't watched the show, you weren't like a super fan, but then you said
no.
yes.
I watched 5 minutes of the first finale and said, these people are stupid. I would never do that. And apparently I'm stupid.
So what made you say yes then?
Yeah, the
Because they
$1
want to be on
million.
TV.
Oh, that. Yeah.
Okay, that's fair. And so a
That's
few weeks
fair.
later, you were in Panama.
Well, so the next day she's like, here's all the thing, you're going to be on. And so I go on eBay, I order every episode of Survivor on VHS. And the collection that I bought also included the early show interviews in which they explained why they felt they were voted out. So I watched, I think, every season twice. And like every day, like Lynn's calling me, she goes, have you got to Boston Rob yet? Have you got to Boston Rob yet? Have you got to Boston Rob yet? Have you got to Boston? They wanted another Boston Rob. That's what they wanted.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, no. So I finally get to Boston Rob. I'm just like, this motherfucker didn't even make the jury. Like, that's not.
Why do you love him so much?
And they're like, but play like him and make it to the jury. And I'm just like, oh, I find a flaw in your formula. So I got to Amazon, and I'm sitting there and I'm watching. I'm like, oh my God, I have to be nice. Like I don't really like people in general. I'm just like, I've become nicer over the years.
Yes, you definitely have softened, my friend.
Yes,
for sure.
unfortunately. I'm weak.
We just don't talk about it in public.
Yeah.
We just pretend
Please-
like, oh yeah,
please
he's a
don't.
real asshole.
I'll never work again. So then I was just like, oh, I have to be nice. And then also watching every time we got to the Loved Ones Challenge, I would cry watching the episode.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And I was just like, oh my God, like, why am I crying? And I'm just like, I have to weaponize this. So so we get to Amazon, and I see Rob C jumping from alliance to alliance without consequence, which has now been redefined as fluid. I don't and building block. I don't like any. I like it's just fucking jumping from alliance to alliance without consequence. That's what
Yeah,
it is.
yeah.
So and anyway, so it's just like, here's my blueprint. I can do this. And then the food auction, everyone loses on purpose so Jenna can get the letter from home from her mom. And I'm like, well, what's more sympathetic than a dying mom, a dead grandma? So I came up with all that watching Amazon. Seasons
Wow.
1 through 5 were fucking worthless to me. Literally worthless.
Also, Amazon is in my top 3 favorite seasons of all time because it's a game plan for how to play Survivor. I love that.
I need to go back and watch that season. I haven't watched it since it aired.
So my favorite used to be Africa, and it still is cast wise.
Yeah.
But God bless, does it not hold up? I mean, like the challenges are like 20 minutes long with this weird like music that you should be on mushrooms for, and Jeff
Yeah.
literally saying nothing.
Just watching a giant ball roll down a hill for 20 minutes
With weird trippy music, and I'm just like do I need to find drugs right now? Like I don't have any with me, but like I feel like I'm missing out to the party here. Because this isn't a fun watch not on drugs.
Oh wow.
Okay, so your casting story is actually pretty awesome because you basically turned into a student of the game. And I
Yeah,
didn't know that.
so I watched every season twice. I watched Amazon 3 times, and then I went to Catalina and became skin diver certified. So I told the guy, I was just like, hey, I'm about to do this TV show. I can't tell you what it is, because like with the fear of God in you, you can't say anything to
Oh, yeah.
anybody. And so I was just like, hey, and so, I was just like, is there any way that we can bring a Hawaiian sling with us while we're doing this? And he was just like, I'm like, look, dude, I'm doing Survivor. Shut the fuck up. And he's like,
Yeah,
okay,
it's
dude, this is awesome. So anyway, so I learned how to like, oh my God, the what are they? Sea lions? Sea lions in Catalina will not leave, like literally are just bumping you and it's like, hey, are you my new swimming best friend? Let me just hit the crap out of you, which was perfect preparation for Rupert swimming beside me.
Johnny, you be nice. You be nice.
He's lost a lot of weight. He's a shell of himself.
He looks amazing. Yeah, that's fun.
So,
Wow.
so I did the homework, like, but watching it, like Lynn's like, what do you think? And I'm like, I think your show is boring. Like, honestly, I was just like, she was like, what do you mean? I'm just like, I don't watch a lot of reality television, but like I watch The Real World and I love The Real World and I love the fighting and I love the screaming and I love the emotion. And your show doesn't have that. And so for me personally going in, like day one on that island, they're just like, dude, I'm just like, I'm Johnny Fairplay. It's a misnomer. I don't play fair. I want to be the biggest bad guy in the history of reality television. And they're like, oh my God, this guy wants it. Like, we don't have to give him a shitty edit.
You just edit him like straight up. Wow.
And I was like, yeah, I'm like, your show needs a bad guy. Like, why? And bad guys are better. Like when you watch Batman, sure, Michael Keaton was the best Batman ever. We'll go ahead and all agree on that.
I 100% agree. Yes.
But when you're watching Batman, you're watching Jack Nicholson. You're watching Heath Slater. You're watching Jared Leto. The Joker is the star of Batman. Batman's fucking boring.
Yes, I agree.
So I agree. Like, Tom Westman might be the greatest good guy of all time. He's fucking boring. I'm sorry.
I mean, it's all very fair. I'm understanding now why I didn't do so well.
This is something that I say to people all the time too. Whenever we're watching Survivor and people talk about who they really cannot stand, I flat out say, if they were gone, this would be a very boring season.
Yeah.
So like you love it so much because you're rooting against them. You're rooting for anybody but them, and you're like super sucked into it because of that person. So you should be really happy that they're around, because once they're gone, it's going to be boring. And that's true with many seasons.
Like Ghost Island, like we literally spent half the season for this big war of was it Dominic? What's his name? Dominic versus Dom versus Chris Noble.
Yeah.
And then the first battle, like I'm just like, okay, like Dom wins the first battle, not the war. He wins the first battle. I'm just like, okay, take out Chris Noble's number one. Like hurt Chris Noble and let's get And he's like, I just killed Chris Noble. And I'm like, oh, well, they're like, what do we like? I mean,
exactly.
Like other than a Jonathan Truth bomb, like that season's the shits in the second half.
It really is. It's just
like, you know what though, guys, think about season one. Like I hated Richard Hatch. I did not want him to win, but I was on the edge of my seat the whole time. And when he did win, it actually made sense, but it pissed me off. Like it made me want to watch again. And then I got really excited when Tina ended up winning. You know what I mean? Because she was the good guy. And it was just, to me, I feel like that really solidified, okay, this show is really good versus evil pretty much every season.
And I don't think John Robert from our season, he was the bad guy, right? And it was like week after week after week, people wanted John Robert gone because they were rooting against him. And so once he was gone, exactly. But he was great TV. He was great TV because you didn't want him to succeed.
So annoying. He just slept and like complained.
Great.
But then when the camera was in his face, he knew how to turn it on. Like it was insane. It was brilliant.
And I don't know how he is with you guys in real life, but I can say so. I was living in Los Angeles, and Jean Robert invited me to Vegas for he invited like a bunch of survivors to come hang out. super, super generous gentleman.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
I mean,
he's great.
yeah, honestly, one of the best nights I've ever had in Vegas. And it was all because like Jean Robert was just like, here is the red carpet. This is my town.
He was a terrible Survivor player, but a really great human. I mean, the one-on-one talks I had with him were always really deep and really great. And then the camera would come around and he would just turn into an asshole again. Like there was no stopping him from doing that role. It was kind of like how you kind of thought, I'm gonna go be the villain. I feel like he did the same thing.
See, but I did that's what a lot of people don't get about Pro Islands. I did the asshole stuff only in confessionals. Like
Right.
peek behind the curtain. When we were out there, Rupert was a fucking dick. Rupert woke up every morning, goes, no one does anything. He'd grab the spear, take a film crew, and would be gone for 8 hours with our spear and come back with 10 aquarium-sized fish. And then you have the confessional of Krista or Sandra going, he's the provider, he's great. And we're just like, me and Burton are looking at each other like, Burton would take out the spear for 10 minutes and bring back a 10-pound fish. And this guy would take the spear all day long because he had zero social skills. And just come back with these little, like, I literally have African cichlids one room over that are bigger than the fish that Rupert brought back for us.
I think that happens on every season. James wasn't a dick, but he wasn't a social person. He didn't talk.
No,
no. It was kind of
he picks his moments. So
yeah.
So, but I realized really quickly when I defined that I wanted to be the bad guy. So like I'm looking at production and you see the gears moving. They're just like, okay, then who's the good guy? And it was Rupert. And so if Rupert in his confessionals is telling you, I'm the good guy, I'm the provider, this is my island. And if I'm like, I'm the bad guy, everyone hates me, then you, the viewer at home, believes that. But truth be told, if they hated me, how would I make it to the end? Like literally 5'8", 150 pounds. How do I make it to the end if they hate me? They don't.
Yeah.
I'm their entertainment. Like prior to Survivor, I was Rowdy my personal assistant. I'm telling stories every day.
And if they absolutely hated you, why not take you to the final two? Because
I took the 2 weakest players in the history of Survivor to the final 3. Yeah. So, and once again, no shade on Sandra because Sandra was not then one of the greatest of all time, but she has evolved into one of the greatest players of all time. So once again, like, anyone that takes, I can see the perception and isolating clips, Sandra wasn't great in Pro Island. She won. No, she wasn't. She was the lesser of two evils.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It is interesting because that's why she did so well on Heroes versus Villains is she was completely underestimated. Nobody put her as the threat to win. Nobody thought. I remember because I found out that she won early. I had friends on the show that told me, but I remember
stop outing Kobe.
I was floored though. I was like, "You're lying. There's no possible way that she won. Like, no way." And so I was shocked.
Wow.
Sandra Diaz Fine, the queen.
So this whole Survivor experience, Johnny, let's talk about your personal, what did you learn out there and how did you apply that when you came back? Anything change? I mean, some people go in and they're like, I knew exactly what I was going to do and I did it and damn it, I didn't learn a thing. Okay, great. But did you?
Well, let's go back a little bit and then we'll get right there. So when I did the final deal at CBS
of casting,
we go into they bring us in the vans and we go into the big room and I look around and there's 2 of every single person in that room. There were 2 Ruperts. The other Rupert had more of a mullet.
Okay.
The other Austin looked very similar. The other Krista was actually Victoria Fuller. Her and Jonathan were on The Amazing Race.
Oh yeah,
really? Yeah. That was the other Krista.
Huh. Interesting.
That's crazy.
So there were 2 of every single person in that room, but me.
Just you?
There was one Johnny Fairplay. So I go into my final deal with Les Moonves and Jeff and all that and the whole CBS deal. And they come there, they're like, why do you think we're gonna pick you? I'm like, because there's one of me. And they're like, well, and I'm like, no. I'm like, in that room, there's two of every, there's one of me. You don't have a choice. You don't have a second Johnny Fairplay. Look this is it.
I'm the OG. I'm the
I'm
one.
excited. I think this will be fun. I'm going to fuck over everybody. It's going to be great. Ask Jeff. Jeff will tell you off. And Mark goes, oh my God, tell him Fairplay. And so, when I got to the, I don't know if they still use the hotel anymore, but out of respect, I'm not gonna say the name of the hotel. And the hotel that I'm talking about is right around the corner from that gas station. Lynn was literally leaving the hotel. That's why she saw me.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's literally like it's an eye shot of the gas station.
No way. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's really cool. Okay.
Yeah, there's nothing double about it.
Because we were at the same hotel, Leslie, right? Do you remember?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I totally do. Yeah.
So when I got to the hotel, I brought a VCR and my stack of tapes because we're in there for like a week, and I was still watching. So I get to my hotel room, and I try to disconnect the cable wire to plug in my VCR, and there's a block on the thing, so you can't disconnect it. So I'm literally sitting there for about 45 minutes to an hour. I finally get it undone. I plug in my VCR, and I press TV video, and I'm on my VCR. Every channel over 100 on my VCR is people's hotel rooms, and if they're watching pay-per-view, I can see what they're watching, and if they press pause and all that. So at any given time, there's like 40 people watching porn in a hotel. It is like I was losing my mind.
I know this.
I was just like, this is amazing. Thank you, double.
Okay.
And it was sort of like that the movie Old School was out at that time, and like the scene where Luke Perry's with the girl from 24, and she's like, the cute little underwear or whatever. Like the guy pauses it and rewinds it. And we're like, oh my God, this is hilarious. So anyway, so I'm watching. So I show up at the hotel. I have I have my VCR. I have my Survivor videotapes. I called Pink Dot, and which was a prehistoric version of DoorDash. I ordered 2 or 4 cases, I believe, of Coors Light, and I put them in my shower, and I just got buckets of ice, and I never took a shower the entire time I was at the DoubleTree. The entire time, I just my entire my shower was,
Survivor.
My shower was my cooler, and so I was telling the story to about how there's porn going on at all times. I'm losing weight over here, and I shook Jeff's hand with lotion in my hand, pretending that it was something else, and Jeff was like, F this guy. He is off the show. There is no way. Get him the F out of here right now. And Mark Burnett goes, if he'll fucking do it to you, just imagine what he's going to do to them. He's absolutely on. So anyway, so Mark had me tell the story to Les Moonves about the fake
lotion.
fake little Fairplays.
Oh, gross.
So that was the beginning of Jeff hating my guts.
I was gonna say you really kind of had an uphill battle with that guy from the beginning. Yeah. His first impression of me was me saying, because they asked me what's the last sin you committed, and I said when Jeff Probst walked in the door and I saw him, and I was like, and he loved my answer. So I think he wanted me, but he didn't want you.
No, he did not. And then, so when we get out there, the first challenge was we had to pull the cannon, and that thing was like over a mile long. It was winning that first challenge is like literally in the top 5 moments of my entire life ever. Really? I mean, I think it's as easy at my kids being born, being engaged to my fiance, winning celebrity bull riding, and winning that first challenge were those are the greatest, and there is no particular order there, because I just feel like those all stand independently as just the greatest 5 things that have ever happened to
Give
me in
me
my
the
life.
goosebumps right there. I like that
I
because
feel that because
we
So-
know the feeling too of winning
Yeah.
the first challenge.
Yeah.
it feels amazing. It's like you're
Yeah.
not even in your body. Like
No. I mean, like, because we were crying, we were
Yeah.
throwing up, we couldn't breathe, we were on the verge of passing out, and then the ultimate feeling of victory, all those combined into seconds. Is and then of course me me looking over at the Morgan tribe, fuck you, we won. And then falling over because there's nothing left in my body. So
you
but-
gave it all.
but before the challenge, Jeff, today we're gonna blah 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 blah. You're like, who? And then peek behind the curtain, EV picks the leader from each tribe to do a walkthrough. Sorry, folks, spoiler alert. It was Andrew Savage and Johnny Fairplay are the people
Really?
that do the walkthrough for every challenge.
Wow.
Interesting.
So you get to do it twice.
Weird. I thought they all hated me. It's so weird. So anyway, so we go through and Jeff's like, hey, if you have any questions along the way, if there's anything you don't want the other tribe to know, wait till afterwards and then ask me privately. I'm like, okay. So we're walking. I'm literally the third wheel on a first date. I mean, Andrew Savage and Jeff Probst are literally fucking holding hands. And I'm just like, okay, I'm just gonna just look around while you guys, chat it out. And I mean, for the record, Jeff and Savage are a lot more alike than me and Probst or Andrew Savage. And
Andrew Savage is very likable. I mean, he's a nice guy. I like him.
I do. We are friends now. We were not friends then. We had very different paths in life at that time, and his was a much smarter path, I will admit.
Respect.
Todd can actually, I think you both can co-sign that for different reasons.
Yeah. I mean, I totally get that because it's like PG, I hated her. I hated her guts. But now I love PG.
Yeah. So yeah, life changes. So, but so we walk through, we do the whole deal, and then we're done. He's just like, and I'm like, Jeff, can I borrow you for I do have a private question. He's like, hey, and then I was like, okay, so if we get ahead of the other tribe, like I saw some like logs and like big rocks on the sides of the trail. Are we allowed to pull those down behind us and he goes, Fairplay just asked a great question, everyone. He said if your tribe gets ahead of the other, and I'm like, fuck you, dude.
Gosh, wow.
I'm like, I literally asked a private question. You told me these are the rules. I adhere to your rules. I will never, ever adhere to your rules ever again. We are done. And that was it. From then on out, the next challenge, come on in, guys. Fuck you, Jeff. Fuck you, Fairplay. Fuck you, Jeff. Fuck you, Fairplay. Every challenge, we said like 4 times each. Every challenge, they had to edit that out.
That is okay. I will never.
That's nice tea. I'm sipping right now.
I just, and then when I got drunk at tribal council, fell at the thing, they pulled, they're just like, that was disrespectful. He takes tribal council very seriously. I'm just like, fuck you. This is his show, but this is my show.
Yeah.
So if I can't have alcohol before, hide it from me.
That's true.
Because
that makes sense.
My whole deal was I want to get Burton hammered so he has no idea this fuck you is coming. And it worked. He had no idea. They don't show it. I fall off my log and Burton and Sean had to pick me up and put me back on the log.
My word. That's
and I'm coming here I'm like, oh my God, the guy that just picked me up, I'm sitting out. He's like such a sweetheart. He literally picked me up off the ground.
Yeah,
That's a really good guy. I like Burton.
Yeah, he's a sweetheart. And he's so handsome. Oh my God.
Very, very
dreamy.
handsome. Savage was too. I think both of them.
I think Savage is a very handsome guy. I mean, Johnny Fairplay. I mean, who's to say?
Johnny Fairplay, man, he is sexy.
Hello, hey.
There you go.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I got that going for me. Leslie's looking at her next question.
Well, I have a
so
question.
Moving on.
Because Pearl Island's still, way early on and still millions and millions of viewers. How many per week towards the end of the season was it? Do you remember?
Yeah, no, my finale, I believe it was over 30 million for my
That's
finale.
insane.
Yes.
That's insane. So, and you were known as like reality TV's biggest villain. And I will still to this day, no matter what villains we get introduced to, you are the first original OG villain of Survivor and always will be.
Well, ask House of Villains. I mean, like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. What do you
he's a
think
good
of
one.
like the fact that there's not really villains anymore?
so
Yeah, there's not.
I don't want to speak out of I don't think this person would mind if I said this. And if they do, I apologize, because I think they probably referenced on their podcast. And if they didn't, I don't think they, so I'm gonna say something that I think it's okay to say.
Okay.
Because I'm very, in spite of, being this huge, horrible person, villain or whatever, I'm very conscious of
No, of course.
lots of
Some
things.
people with respect. Yeah.
So when Probst did Rob C's podcast and said that he doesn't want villains anymore and he's done with villains and Survivor's done with villains, and Rob C countered with, well, people kind of like villains and kind of that's how it makes the show work. And anyway, so that statement was what it was. It was said. It was whatever. I called Rob C as soon as and I was just like, what the fuck? I don't know. And he was just like, he goes, actually, it's not as bad as you think. He goes, afterwards, he was just like, really? No villains, Probst? Because this kind of, and he's just like, oh, no. I don't mean that we're not going to put villain. I mean, like, of course we have to have villains. Villains are part of the TV show. He's like, I'm just talking about just like really just shitbag people. And he was like, well, he goes, they knew what I meant. He goes, no, you didn't say it.
No.
you literally just said no more villains.
Yeah.
So I think Probst apparently knew at the time. I think there was a different agenda for season 41. And I think there was the trickle down of that bleeding into the rest of the new era. But I do feel like we had some villains in the new. I thought Gabe was on the cusp. I think they wanted to make him kind of a likable villain, and I think he needed like 2 more episodes to really finish that story. I think Rome was definitely
Rome
a
was
villain.
definitely a villain.
I think Q was a villain. I think Liz Wilcox was a villain. The rest are tough.
Savannah, I think is like on the brink.
Yeah.
I think Eva.
Sorry, I was just curious about the villain question because it's something that I get asked a lot. Is like,
Yeah.
what do you think of the new no villains? And I agree with you. There are villains in the new era, but it's not like it once upon a time was. So
Well,
and I feel like
they're not disliked by Jeff. I think that he means
Yeah.
I don't want people that I don't like on here. And I don't think he means no villains. I think he means no people who are going to challenge him the way you did, the way Russell did, the way these like really, really intense villains have done. I think that's probably what he's talking about. Am I close, do you think?
No, I don't think it's that he necessarily dislikes. I think he's just talking about like shitbag people that do shitbag things.
Yeah.
Like I do want to address this because I've gotten so many comments about it, and it actually bothers me when I see it. So a lot of the what is the new generation now? Generation we don't do anything. What are they called?
Is it Y?
No, I think it's Generation K-pop.
I don't have a clue.
I don't know. Whatever they're called right now. The 18, 19-year-old, whatever they are right now. They're doing Survivor rewatches.
Yeah.
And so when we're the first night on the island, I traded my hat for 2 jugs of wine or something, and we're drinking by the fire, and and I don't know if it's Sandra or Krista or both. They're just like, oh my god, he's drunk, he's obnoxious. It's just like, yeah, that's Johnny Fairplay. That part I totally co-sign. Yes, he's obnoxious. A lot of people find him fun, and if you don't, then you probably don't like you're a different wavelength, and that's fine. To each their own.
Yeah.
So, but if you know, just like, dude, this shit's about to suck for 39 days. So I'm enjoying it while I can. So anyway, so there out there, we were talking about movies and like, you know, and I don't know what the cool, I know once we got there, Pirates of the Caribbean came out and it was this huge blockbuster success that we didn't even know that it was like Pirates of the Caribbean. Is that like that shitty ride at Disneyland? Like, is it really going to be good? So, because I'll tell you a Thunder D story about that after, but so anyway, so they're just like, I'm like, well, I'm a big fan of the TV show, Mr. Show with Bob and David on HBO. David Cross and Bob Odenkirk. Bob Odenkirk's later on Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul. He is Saul.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And so there's this movie called Run, Ronnie, Run that was supposed to come out from New Line Cinema, and something happened, didn't come out. I got an illegal copy, and I had seen it. Ronnie Dobbs is a character on the Mr. Show show on HBO, and David Cross, he wears this mullet wig, and that's why I have a mullet wig over there. That was my luxury item. My luxury item was supposed to be my $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase pillow pal, but that's a different story. So anyway, so we're talking about favorite movies. I was like, oh my God, there's this movie called Run, Ronnie, Run. It's about this dumb redneck that's just like, you know, let's go fuck up the Piggly Wiggly signs. Where's all the teenage girls? That they isolated that line, where's all the teenage girls?
Oh no.
But for the record, you are allowed to date someone over the age of 18 and up at that time. And the world was a very different place then. But I still wasn't dating 18-year-old girls. Like, as I said, it was a throwaway line from it was a movie line. They isolated and used it in that thing for the edit. And I think, you know, if this watching the whole conversation, I don't think production is using that. They were just showing this guy's fucking why. So the world was different in 2003 than it is in 2026. But for all these people going, oh my God, you're a piece of shit. Like I hope something bad happens to your daughters for saying that. I'm just like, fuck you, dude.
Yeah.
Like we're
Crazy.
Yeah.
How does the math there?
I don't even remember
honestly,
that line, but that's
like,
sad.
watching any old school season, you're gonna see a whole bunch of stuff that it made sense back then. But now we look at it and we're like, oh my gosh, like, you know, you can't say half the stuff that was said from seasons 1 through 18. It's crazy.
It was the generation of Jerry Springer, Howard Stern, and
Shock TV.
WWF Attitude Era. Like, that was the pulse of our nation at that time. Were we wrong on a lot of those things? Yes, but at the same time, I like to believe that a lot of that was not done with malice.
No, yeah.
I
It was-
agree. I agree.
I think it was in the spirit of fun, and fun was different then. And are there plenty of things wrong? Yes. But are there plenty of things right? Yes. We had a great time in 2003.
Yeah, that's when I graduated high school.
You
my
had a really good time in 2003.
I'm
Tom.
so old.
I was a good boy, Johnny. Like, I was a really good boy.
Such a good boy.
I was
And there
very,
was
very
me.
naive and
I
innocent.
was a terrible kid in high school, but then I got good afterwards.
Well,
But anyway,
So
I
yeah,
digress.
so post Survivor,
yeah.
I was actually my stepdad at the time owned a lake house at Smith Mountain Lake. He bought it from the guy that invented the pop top on the soda can. So this thing was like, I don't know, like $6 million. All I know is there was like 11 refrigerators and like 9 bidets. Like it was nuts. So, and CBS actually paid me not to go back to LA because they didn't want the paparazzi seeing me out, because back then the illusion was the show was filmed in
Happening,
live
yeah.
time. And I'm just like, well, then how do we go through 3 days in 90 minutes or 60 minutes? But yeah. You know,
Wow.
so I was there, but I was still sneaking out to LA, and and I was getting caught by paparazzi whenever I did go out.
Yeah.
So,
You're
yeah.
pretty recognizable. Not
Yeah.
everybody who's on Survivor has that. I mean, I didn't clearly,
Well, so
but
I didn't figure this out. So I was doing a House of Villains tour. It was like me, Jax Taylor, Bananas was doing some of those. We had there was a show in Miami. We had Omarosa and everybody, but we were flying back from somewhere, and my fiance and I asked my fiance, I'm like, how do I get spotted plate? And she was just like, look at, no one looks like you, and I was just like, hear me out. You either have blonde hair, brown hair, or you're bald. I mean, there's some gingers that God will sort out later, but there's literally blonde hair, blue hair, or blonde hair, brown hair. That's your only two options if you have hair, pretty much.
and shades of rose. Yeah.
Yes, and it's either straight or curly. How is this so? And she was like, no one has blonde curly hair. I was like, really? Of all the machinations that you could have of different hair, you would think that this would be 1/3 of the possibilities.
It's not just the look. You kind of have this bounce as you walk.
Yeah.
It's like you don't just walk, you kind of bounce. And you even said you're animated, you move, you have.
I am the cruiserweight champion of the world, so it's probably just trying to adjust the.
That's what it is. Yeah.
The weight of the belt.
Very heavy.
It's your entire demeanor, and you're not a huge guy. You're like pretty small, and you bounce, and you're curly hair, and you're loud. It's a whole mix of why you recognized.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, that's fair.
I remember I was doing appearances like every week for like 2 years. Like the world was nuts back. I mean, like, holy moly, just the shoveling of money. I remember like all these places, they're just like, hey, can we fly you in the day before? I'm like, nah, I got shit the day before. So it's just like, all right, we're flying you in. So I would, I'd be at the airport at like 5:30, 6 a.m. I had these huge Gucci glasses, so it covered most of my face. I had a stocking cap, my hair hidden, and then a hoodie over top, because I'm just like, I don't want to talk to anyone, no one. And then, of course, when I was there, waiting for my flight, the promoter or whatever would be like, hey, please tell me you're at the airport. And I'm just like, I thought my flight was tomorrow. And they're like, oh my God, are you kidding? I'm like, no, I'm here. And like, with all of that, like, oh my God, Johnny Fairplay. And I'm just like, what? They're like, your voice. And I'm just like, my voice, like, I'm literally done. Like, I could be on Undercover Boss right now. And my voice, I'm still done.
It's true.
Yeah. I mean, that's a compliment, Johnny. Think about it.
Yeah, no, it's nice to be, I mean, mostly it's nice to be recognized, and it's nice to be appreciated more than anything. I mean, I love being appreciated. So,
Yeah.
But once again, don't ruin my shtick, folks.
No, I'm not saying a word. I just keep telling everybody you're just this big jerk. But
I don't.
I've gotten text. Leslie says you suck. So I guess you're never doing your podcast.
no, everybody knows how I feel about it. It's funny when people think that about Courtney. They think she's a jerk. And I'm like, are you kidding me? She's one of my favorite people in the whole world. And then like with you, everybody always has something to say. I'm like, actually, he's a really nice guy. He probably wouldn't want me to tell you this, but he is a really nice guy.
Yeah.
He's just got a shtick. He's got a thing, and it sells, and good for him. Figured it out. You know what I mean? Like,
so yeah,
and it's iconic.
Thank you. Well, here's when it's not cool. So as I mentioned, I'm doing appearances like every week. I woke up in 3 separate ERs in 3 separate states from being blindside punched from behind by fans that didn't like that.
Are you kidding me?
Three separate ERs, 3 separate states, and like literally waking up in the ER. I'm like, what the like? Why am I? Who is spending taxpayer dollars to take me to like just wake me up? And they're just like, you were out for a while, dude. They got you good. And I'm like,
Who's
Were they
they?
good?
Wow. I'm sorry about that. That sucks.
I changed my phone number a few times. I got death threats. People sent feces to CBS. Attention, Johnny Fairplay. It was wild. Like the New York Post. So when I did the Dead Grandma Lie, that was the week Saddam Hussein was captured, and the headlines in New York Post: the most hated man in America. Picture of me, Saddam Hussein, page 2.
Oh, wow.
What?
Wow.
Jeez.
Priorities.
Right at the
people.
concert.
Wow.
So,
Johnny, I knew you were, I mean, like, immediately I said, this guy's lying about his grandma. I don't know why, but he is. I said it to my whole family and they're like, he wouldn't do that. I'm like,
I wouldn't.
have you been watching the same show I'm watching? Because I think he would.
He's kind of a scumbag. He's kind of giving you the hints.
Yeah.
It was amazing. I mean,
It was brilliant.
It still
and I
is
said that.
amazing to
Yeah,
this
it's
day. It's iconic.
It's a
Yeah. Well,
game.
Here's the beauty of it. So back then they couldn't interview you before the game like they did it for some things, but not. So you'd have to pick a representative of your family to do. So like National Enquirer interviewed Rhino's mom. And they're
Right.
like, hey, your son's out there playing Survivor right now. And she's like, oh my God, we just lost his cat Stanley. It was his best friend. And I know he's gonna be out there thinking about Stanley and he's gonna win, blah, blah, blah. I remember calling Rhino and he didn't pick up. I was like, oh, thank God. I was like, meow, it's Stanley. I didn't really die. And you're horrible. You buried me.
Oh my gosh. I'm so
so
glad he didn't answer, Johnny. That is mean. Little Rhino. I love him.
But mine, they're like, who do you want to do your interviews? And I had my grandma do my interviews. And I put and literally the opening quote for every fucking interview was just like, she goes, I almost died when I heard my grandson was going to be on Survivor.
Oh my
And I
gosh.
purposely had her say that.
That's
Oh my
awesome.
gosh.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Man, the thought that went into
it's
this.
Stanley. Meow.
So mean.
So mean.
I need to prank. That reminds me. I gotta call Rhino and hope he doesn't pick up and leave that message. You're still in the ground. You're horrible.
Oh my
Please
gosh.
do.
I've been eating cardboard for 20 years. Oh my gosh.
Oh my word. I just my brain doesn't think like this. But I'm glad I have friends like you who can help me understand, the workings of
The
it.
humor behind it.
Yeah.
I am the best / worst friend ever, Leslie. So
Yeah, I adore
a fine
you.
line.
No, I've always enjoyed talking to you. And you had me on your podcast years ago.
Yeah.
And you said the sweetest thing in the title, like the nicest person to ever play or something. I was like,
Yeah.
that's
It's
so
true.
sweet. So sweet. Yeah,
it's
but that
true.
doesn't always, that doesn't mean you win. I don't know that I would
No.
play the same if I played again, but
Oh yeah.
I did then for sure. Yeah.
Bring it.
Yeah. Why not? Would you play again?
Yeah, I yes, but like I was kind of shocked I didn't get a sniff for 50. And then watching like, I got the email. It's just like, hey, can you promote the season 50 trailer? And I was like, yeah, I'm a team player, but like I'm watching the season 50 trailer, and I know he's you guys and me and Boss Rob weren't friends for 15, 16 years, maybe more. Who knows? And we're friends now. So me and Boss Rob are cool. But I'm watching that trailer of the first 49 seasons, and there are 6 Boston Rob clips, 1 half second of Rupert, 2 Sandra clips, maybe 2 Parvati, maybe 1 Tyson running, which he's more of a cyclist, and that's it. Like and I'm just like, do you think we could have maybe done 2 Boston Rob clips and then maybe 4 other moments? Maybe my moment is actually in the Smithsonian. Maybe use that one because they literally have or the television whatever. There's literally a running clip of the Dead Grandma Lie is the greatest moment in the history of reality television. Maybe show like 2 seconds of that versus 6 Boston Rob clips.
Yeah.
I also thought it was weird that there were several shots of Yule.
And none of these people are on Survivor 50. That's
What
weird.
I don't they don't need to be on 50. Like I mean
Yeah,
when you're doing the like in the past 49 seasons, you show the people that aren't there because we got them
Okay.
and I'm hoping with what is it a 3-hour premiere? What is
Yeah.
with a 3-hour premiere, I want come on in, whatever we're doing there. They're there and then throughout the episode Chrissy Hoffback, we do a flashback to Hustlers Heroes and to which, Jeff had to create fire to make sure that Ben won and that she didn't.
Yeah.
What? Is that, are we going to show that part or not? Okay. Anyway, and then, Coach, let's show clips from his first season, not his second season, maybe his third. But if I'm editing the first episode, half of the first episode is clips.
Yes.
So I don't need them in the opening 3 minutes because I want to get them for the next 2 hours and 57 minutes.
And people need to remember half of the cast,
Yeah.
Well, I would imagine a lot of people are dipping back in for the first time in a long time. I know lots of people like Matt Bischoff makes this point, and it kind of makes me sad in a lot of ways, and sometimes makes me very proud and happy and screw everybody else. But either way, like we'll go to a Cincinnati Reds game, and I'll be with Matt Bischoff and maybe a New Era player or whatever, and or walking around, and over 2,000 people will come up and go, "Oh my God, Johnny Fairplay!" Like no exaggeration. So once again, it's the walk. It's the hair, it's all the things. Like, oh my God, Johnny Fairplay. It's like, hey, and they're like, you still watch Survivor? They're like, oh no. And they're like, all right, well, the good thing is I've aged well that you recognize me.
Yeah,
and,
I mean that's a compliment.
Yeah, and it's still in the lexicon of the brain, the brand Survivor. But I feel there's a lot of those people that are gonna check back in. I think a lot of them are gonna they're gonna be happy with the Cerise, the Jenna Lewis's, the Stephanie Grosses, the
old school,
the Aussies. But if I'm making this show, 49 is All Stars.
Yes,
new era All Stars, and figure out I'll allow 6. I'm thinking 4, but I'll allow 6 if I have to. Make me need it.
Yes.
And even if they don't I'm still putting a Carolyn and a Jesse on my season.
Yeah.
And I'm taking a fucking Gabler over a fucking Kyle all day long. So
yeah. Now I don't even know some of the new school because I haven't watched all the seasons in the 40s. So for me, I'm like, who is that? And
I feel like they dropped the
ball.
And
where's Kelly Wentworth? Where is the Rob Goddess?
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting. But I mean, it's going to be a lot of fun, though. And I am very excited to see it.
If Colby's on the cast, how isn't Jerry? Why is Jerry
not there? Yeah.
I mean, I'll take Jerry and not Colby, but if Colby's there, Jerry has to be there.
Agreed.
Yeah.
But if Jerry's not there, it's like, oh, well, I didn't need Colby anyways. We're good. And it's just like, no, we're like, I just don't understand how you put those names on a board and go, this is perfect.
That's it. That's the legendary 50 season. I agree. But I don't know how it happened.
But I would like to imagine a world in which Probst is just like, they're not really loving this new era shit, are they? And one person is actually being honest with him, like, no, they fucking hate it. And he was like, cool. We're going to do this 50. Let's sprinkle in what they want. And every other season we're doing callbacks, and season 52 is heroes, villains, and we can't plow through our heroes and villains on 50.
Yeah.
So we need heroes, villains has to be stacked because you can't. It's just like it. Are they really a villain? It's like no. Well, then why are they on the fucking villains tribe?
Yeah, no, that's completely
fair.
So, and then second chance, it's just like, hey, let's save Jesse, let's save Carolyn, let's save Omer. I'm not a big I met Omer. He's very nice in person. I just didn't see the Omer that the fandom has. So and allegedly, or I don't even know, was he good on Traders Canada?
I haven't seen
I
Traders
haven't seen
Canada.
it.
Yeah. I'm too busy watching American Traders
Yeah,
because this is where I live.
Yeah, exactly. It's so good. This is such a
So
good
there's that.
season. But
Yeah.
well, Johnny, okay, let's wrap this up. But I want to
Yeah,
say,
please
I want
stay
you to
for
just
5 minutes.
answer a quick question.
7.5.
Huh? Oh,
7.5.
okay. Well, okay. So here's the question before you answer it. I don't know what that meant. It went right over my head. I feel like I need, I don't know, coffee or something. Anyway, okay. So Johnny,
Todd got it.
your experience on Survivor, just rapid, like
My
what
experience?
what have you walked away from, you know, having been on the show a couple of times and having been such a legend on it? What would you say is like the biggest thing you walk away with?
The greatest life I could ever have. So, no, I mean, like Survivor made everything happen for me. I mean, like I got a super cool pinball machine behind me. I got a bunch of records behind me, but like, I don't know, a zillion times more important, I got a smoke show fiance. I got 2 beautiful, ridiculously intelligent kids. I have the best friends anyone could ask for. Mostly, some of you let me down every now and then, but it's okay. I still love you. But no, I love Survivor casting and real world casting and challenge cast, you know, to find my friends for me because there's plenty of shitbags out there. And so, you know, for you guys to, you know, to do a psych test in which most of us fail, you know, to put us together in a room and back in the day, thank God, an STD test. That's great. I consider myself, I don't know what percentage, but if I had to throw money on it, top 1% luckiest people on the planet.
Oh,
That's amazing.
I
That's
love
really
that.
cool.
So,
And you know what? That actually that tracks with who I know you to be. And
And it's
you
all
you really
because you were on the phone smoking a cigarette on the corner of a gas station.
yeah, don't smoke, kids,
no.
unless the casting director's driving by.
Or you're on Mad Men. Yeah, Mad Men, because that show they smoke.
I don't smoke anymore. It's great.
Nice. Nice.
Been God, I don't even know. So yeah.
Yeah. I used to smoke too. Did you guys know that? For 20 years. Mm-hmm.
I've seen the pictures of you in your hallway back in South Carolina. I bet you were a very sexy smoker, Leslie.
I basically I smoked until March 21st, 2003. And then I just walked away. I was like, I can't do this anymore. And
like you see
I don't
Lisa Rinna do the smoking thing on the Traders, and I'm just like, she's kind of hot, down because like right now smoking's like the least cool thing you can do.
Yeah,
Like when you see a smoker outside of somewhere, you're just like, oh, did no one tell you? No one's doing that anymore. Like we're done with that. It's not cute. And but like Lisa, I'm just like, oh my God, like she's still like, maybe it's the lips, I don't know, but Leslie, I imagine you were a sexy smoker.
well, thank you. That's
But
very kind.
don't do it again. Like
I won't. I have no desire, but it's interesting because it was I gave up drinking at the time. Like for 14 years, I didn't drink, and when I stopped drinking, it was very easy for me to stop smoking because I think it was more of like when I would drink, I would smoke. You know what I mean? Like, and so if you don't have the peanut butter, you don't have the jelly. You know, like it just didn't make sense. So it was easy to quit that. So
to me, it was the exact opposite.
Yeah,
Quit drinking and smoke more.
You're like, well, at least I have this.
Yeah, give me a vice.
You got to have a vice. Yeah. Well, thank you, Johnny. You have been so much fun. I love your insights. You really are. I mean, I know you think you hold it loosely, the title of the expert, but you really had some great stuff to share about Survivor, and we appreciate that.
And you're like one of the easiest and most exciting people to speak with because you always have a story for something. Yeah. It's like you don't even have to reach for it back in the archive. You just like pull it out and you know every detail of it. It's really impressive.
There are 44 stories that were literally like sitting right there going, tell me,
ready to come out.
Does that mean we have to have you back?
In 4 years.
So we have got
Please.
have you come back, Johnny? You've got more to share? That would be
Oh,
fun.
I'm ridiculous. We barely scratched the surface. But he could. But if you
He
don't
could talk
mind,
for days.
I'm doing a season 50 tour. We're figuring out. Right now, I'm doing the premiere in Phoenix. I'm going to be with Todd and Rome
I
and
didn't
Sage and
know that you were
Sugar.
coming to Phoenix.
What's that?
Yeah.
I didn't know you were coming to Phoenix.
Yeah, I'm on the poster. Rupert's
on
going to
the
be there.
What? How did I not realize
This
this?
is so legendary.
You're doing it wrong. So check out our social media to find out links to that. But in addition, I'm doing because I've been touring for 6 years, so I'm just like, hey, why don't we make season 50 a big one? So it's me and Richard Hatch. That's right, the
I
Godfather.
love it.
We are touring together. Right now we have locked in April. We are doing April 8th. We are in Baltimore at Jimmy's Famous Seafood. April 15th, Chicago. We're at Clover Bar, Lincoln Park. April 22nd, we're at Heist Brewing in Charlotte, North Carolina. And April 29th in Cincinnati at Little Miami Brewery. Tickets available right now. We just have tickets for Baltimore, Jimmy's Famous Seafood. They just went on sale 28 hours ago, and holy moly, we've sold a quarter of the tickets already.
Wow.
Oh my gosh,
balls.
that's amazing.
So, that one's me, Hatch, and Gabe, one of my favorite New Era players.
Mhm.
So yeah, go to survivortix.com. That's survivortix.com. For all of them, it's me and Richard Hatch. And then we have other people coming. Baltimore, Ty Lowry from Destination X is joining us. I think Teeny is gonna join us there in Baltimore. I am not guaranteeing Teeny yet. Jake from season 49 is coming for a bunch of these. We had a bunch of people from a lot of different seasons, and then of course we have season 50 people coming that apparently we're not allowed to advertise because that's the way CBS does it. So
no, it's their cousin.
Yeah. House of Villains was just like, dude, do parties, make bootleg t-shirts. This is great. And then that apparently that's NBC Universal. And then Paramount Plus, they do not like that. So that's to each their own. But survivortix.com, survivortix.com. Come see me and the Godfather, Richard Hatch. He's actually nice, which is
he's a nice guy in real life.
Yeah.
In real
life.
Thank you, Johnny. And I appreciate it. We'll put all those links in the show notes as well, so they can just click right there. Boom, done.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course. Thank you for your time today. We appreciate you and we adore you. I know we're not supposed to. We're supposed to say what a jerk you are, but
I adore both of you, and I'm so excited to see Todd. And as I said, I'm working on something for Utah behind the curtain. And so maybe you'll see the three of us together. And I think I got one more Survivor person that's gonna be there with me there. So if you're ready,
please come.
Yeah, please come. That would be great. We would love it. Utah's dying for a Survivor event. We had one a couple years ago, and it was huge. I can't even believe how great it was. So we need to do it again.
Okay, we'll do it.
All right. Well, thank you, Johnny.
Thank you, Johnny.
See you soon.
Love you.
Oh my goodness, Johnny Fairplay, ladies and gentlemen. Come on, how great was that?
I love Johnny.
I
honestly, every time I see him, I go back to the very first time I ever met him, and it was like at this nightclub in New York, and he was wearing like his matchy suit, and I was just in awe, just completely fangirling, and he was like, Todd, yeah, and it was good times.
First time I met him, I want to say it was like the year after our season aired. He came to Charlotte with a guy named Mertz Jaffer. You know Mertz?
Oh yeah, I know Mertz.
And they somehow he got in touch with me. Johnny was like, he texted me. I don't know how he got my number. And he was like, yeah, I'm going to be in Charlotte. And so I met them for lunch one day, and it was
cool.
How fun
he really
is.
I love
guy.
Yeah, if you ever get a chance to go to one of his viewing parties, you must go.
Yeah, so fun.
It's a lot of fun.
Thank you guys for hanging out with us again today on Beyond the Torch. This was so much fun, and another great adventure to go on next week right here on Beyond the Torch. And in the meantime, make sure you're sending in your voicemails. We want to hear from you. And you can find that link right there in the show notes. It's a SpeakPipe link. You just go there, 90-second voicemail. Let us know how this show, not our show, Survivor, or our show, whatever. Or if you have questions for me and Todd, if you want to, recommend somebody that you really want to see, leave us a voicemail. We want to hear from you. We love your voices. We want you to be a part of this show.
Thank you for joining us here on Beyond the Torch. It's been a lot of fun. I was super nervous about starting this podcast in the first place because I wasn't a podcast listener, but I am having a freaking wonderful time doing it and getting to know survivors on the inside and out. Plus the fans, it's what keeps Survivor alive. And so we appreciate you tuning in, and send your voicemails in and let us know if you want to see anybody, because we're looking for people you might want to know more about. So
Yep. Yeah.
let us do what
we'll
you want.
do the best we can to get them on for you, because we love it too. So thank you guys. And we will see you next time right here on Beyond the Torch.
Bye, guys.
Thanks so much for hanging out with us today on Beyond the Torch. And before we go, I just want to let you know the story doesn't end when the episode does. Todd pours his creativity into Todd's Pop Shop, where he designs custom Funko Pops for fans who love Survivor and pop culture. You can find his work on Instagram at Todd's Pop Shop. And if you're in a season of transition with your faith, identity, or even just life in general, I'm Leslie Neese, a life and faith transition coach, and I offer one-on-one coaching for people learning how to move forward honestly and whole. You can find me at leslieneesecoaching.com. I also host a podcast called Honoring the Journey, where we talk openly about faith perspectives, doubts, questions, and the courage it takes to stay curious. Thank you so much for being a part of our tribe, and thanks for walking this journey with us. We'll see you next time on Beyond the Torch.